Okay.
Tapos I'll do the
Yan.
intro.
And live na tayo.
I'll turn off my
Yes.
video first.
Okay. Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon to our viewers. It's our 5th week dito with doing COVID break dito sa samahangroup.org. It's a Facebook group that supports small business owners. Thank you again for spending your afternoon with us. And I'd like to introduce myself first. I'm Marv De Leon, founder of Freelance Blend, the podcast, and also founder of this group, samahangroup.org. With me today is my co-host, si Mr. Shoden Abad. Shoden, can you introduce yourself again to our first-time viewers?
Ayan. Hey guys, my name is Shodan and I help businesses and brands with a mission scale their impact, influence, and income using videos and video ads. So I'm a freelancer, but I'm here to also help Pinoy local businesses to bounce back stronger. Naks, may ganun.
Max.
Ganda ng spiel.
Yeah. Nawala lang yata si Jason. Anyway, next is Herlene. Herlene?
Hello. Yes, hi, good afternoon. This is Herlene, and you can also call me H. I'm a content strategist, and I'm also the founder and marketing director for Creative Labs PH. I help businesses and coaches to intuitive content that attracts and converts them to sales. So, yeah. Glad to be here.
Parang nag-practice tayo.
Kasi si Shoden eh. Ano mo naman?
Hindi ako
Ang
nag-practice.
harap
Yan palagi kasi sinasabi ko, kaya nalala ko na.
Nakikigaya naman. Alam mo naman yun.
Okay, and then Rona Lallana.
Hi, I'm Rona. I'm a producer from Sine Productions. We are a video production house. We do mostly documentaries, digital content for small businesses, companies, NGOs, and other international organizations that are looking for content from the Philippines. So also now, similar with Shoden, we're also trying to do our part, help out other small business owners, review their video marketing, or help conceptualize with them so that we can, keep the spirit going and keep on sharing digitally.
All right, thank you. And also Daise Virtudazo. Hi, Daise.
Hi everyone. Good afternoon. I'm Daise. I'm an online business manager, and I basically help entrepreneurs with their online businesses, their operations, the back end, and digital marketing efforts as well, and also just create systems and processes so that their business will run like a well. That's me.
All right. Thank you, Daise. To those who are joining us, so paano ba to? Makita, this is a public group, but you need to, if you're sharing it with your friends, they will need to join the group. I'm from time to time, no, I'm checking kung may pumapasok, so they can join us pa rin. For you to be able to comment, ito, labas ko lang yung banner. You need to authorize StreamYard. Just go to streamyard.com/Facebook so that you can comment, and we'll be able to answer any of your questions. All right. Are you guys ready? Jason, are you ready?
Yep, ready.
Okay.
I'll turn on my cam.
Sure. So yeah, thank you again for guys for joining us. For those who just joined us, this is COVID break, and we have another special guest for this week, and he's none other than Jason Dela Rosa. He is the founder of Bounce Back PH. So Bounce Back PH is a group of entrepreneurs and professionals in an intensified effort to fight the COVID-19 crisis. It has now, to date, 28,000 members. So we'll ask him about that later on. He's also was a director of the business and innovation at the Technology Management Office of Ateneo de Manila University. He's also an angel investor, founder of several technology and traditional ventures. He also mentors several startups to make sure they increase their chances in success of success in entrepreneurship using practical, hard-hitting concepts. And lastly, is the author of the book, Practical Entrepreneur. Let's all welcome Jason Dela Rosa.
Hi, how are you? Parang nag-expect ko ng mga palakpak sound effects.
Oo nga. Yes,
Visual na lang.
next time yan natin yan. So, let's just ask yung mga viewers natin if they're able to see and hear us properly. Wala namang technical issues. So, just comment with where are you watching us from. So, merong isang person watching from Pampanga. So, hello. Thank you for joining us. So, yeah, while we're waiting for people to send in their comments, mukhang okay naman, no? Mukhang okay yung feed natin. So siguro Jason, so we introduce you as a founder of Bounce Back PH. Siguro if you can give us a background on what were you doing before Bounce Back, and then eventually what made you start Bounce Back PH.
Okay. So, I've been an entrepreneur for 20 years or so. Okay. Don't do the math, okay? I've been an entrepreneur all my life. You'll read about my history in my book, The Practical Entrepreneur, which I published last year. So I'm into several ventures. I'm into tech, e-commerce, food. Also into food and beverage, and a lot of the things I do focuses on innovation, and I like to do things differently. Now, Bounce Back, well, I created a group about siguro March, that was March 14. That was right before or during the start of the quarantine. And I just wanted to create a small group of entrepreneurs and friends, to talk about how we're gonna help, and how we're going to initially help the frontliners, help with food relief, and then of course to act as a small think tank on how to help the SMEs, because I know several people in the industries who also mentor startups. So I was thinking maybe we'll get to about a few hundred people in the group, or maybe at the most 1,000 people, Pero unexpectedly, right now in three weeks we grew to 20,000. Now we're on the 4th week and the start of the 2nd month of the quarantine. We're actually around 31,000 because we have a lot of regional bounce back groups. Cagayan de Oro, Bacolod, Iloilo, a lot of leaders already put up their localized bounce back already. And just yesterday or today, I think, or was that today? Yeah, a group already put up bounce back in UAE to focus on the OFWs. So I think there are a few hundred already in the group, and we will be developing webinars also to benefit our OFW who's also having a hard time actually with the quarantine there in their countries. Yeah, and so unexpectedly, right now we're 31,000 members, and again, Bounce Back has never changed its purpose. So we're still helping the frontliners. We're still helping with food relief. Pero the number one objective of Bounce Back is really to help the SMEs, because we are 99% of the economy. And if we don't help 99% of the economy, I'm afraid what is going to happen to our economy, right? So, and also freelancers, professionals. We made a survey in Bounce Back. 70% they have only 2 weeks to 1 month left of cash runway to survive the quarantine. So most of the small businesses, the small professionals, they don't have enough savings to help them get through this quarantine. So these are the things that we're trying to solve. Yeah.
I'd like to rewind a bit yung March 14 when you 13/14 when you started the group. Ganong katagal mo iniisip yung uh, from the start pa ba ng yung COVID na like February, naisip mo na yung group na to, or it's just really that instantly na naisip mo na okay, so mukhang we need to form this group kasi nga ang dami ng mga entrepreneurs na kailangan ng help.
Well, it was a random idea. Probably March 14 in the morning, and then March 14 I created the group in the afternoon or something like that. So, but I've always been very active in developing communities and groups, especially business groups. So I do a lot of startup organizations in our coffee shop, and then I was part of several organizations. So organizing communities is something very natural to me. So when I but this bounce back was a random idea during that day, and then I'm ano kasi, when I think of something, I express it by implementation, immediate implementation, because I don't want to let it go. And so when I think of an idea, I don't plan it out. I don't do it. I just say, okay, let's do it. Let's go for it, diba? And buti na lang, I went for it. So right now, I guess we made some impact already in the community somehow. So I'm happy about that. Pero there's still so much to be done.
I think that's yung typical entrepreneur talaga, na basta may idea and you feel that it will prosper into something, you really take action.
Ganun talaga.
Pero parang
ano yun sila, rapid implementation, tapos na kagad iterate kasi wala ka nang magagawa kundi hindi ko na iisipin yung analysis paralysis kasi andun ka na hindi mo na problemahin.
Tsaka na pag-usapan.
So from 0 to 28,000 in less than 2 months.
4 weeks. Yeah. 5 weeks, I guess. 5 weeks.
In a way, parang naging viral din, So sorry to use the term, but what do you think made it grow that fast?
Well, I wouldn't say naman viral in terms of, kasi there are so many groups out there with 50,000, 60,000 people. But what makes Bounce Back unique is, number one, it's a private group. So 30,000, 28,000, 30,000 is quite big for a private type of group, and it's very focused on entrepreneurs, professionals. So when I say it's unique, it's because the quality of members, we try to keep it, we try to keep quality rather than quantity. So we even have prominent entrepreneurs, business owners. We have government. We have even tycoons, sons of tycoons already involved with Bounce Back. And our supporters in Bounce Back are really big companies. You have Lazada, Union Bank, Rappler. So we have we don't wanna look at it as a numbers game, like number of users, but we wanna keep Bounce Back a very productive community that generates results by working together. So
I have a question.
That's amazing.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I have a question. So, dun ba sa Bounce Back, like, what if we were watching like normal people who are online citizens, how can we help with the initiative? Like, ano yung mga primary directives ni Bounce Back right now that ordinary people like us can actually contribute with? Like, is there any of your primary goals like that need, aside from the mentioned food relief and yung support sa mga frontliners?
Okay. So basically, Bounce Back, we already created a lot of teams within Bounce Back. So ano na siya, very organized na yung back end niya. So we have the donations and logistics team that take care of getting donations, getting suppliers, and creating a list of very credible suppliers so that we try to minimize the scams or minimize those who take advantage of the opportunity or of the crisis. So what people can do is get in touch with, if they want to help, they can get in touch with the team doing that in Bounce Back. So they're very, very helpful in making sure that you get to the proper supply or the money. The money that you donate kasi is audited by a third party accounting firm. So I think we're one of the few groups that really utilize a real auditing company in order to check,
Wow.
to have a check and balance with the donations, because we wanted to be a credible organization. And then so they can help through, we have a centralized donation platform. It's justpay.to/bounceback, yes, bouncebackph. So that's that is BSP accredited, and it's been approved by the AMLA. So it's very safe to donate to Bounce Back. And if you are an entrepreneur and you're a business owner, you can actually help in many ways. Number one is participate in our focus group discussions, which we recently had. We talked to 150 entrepreneurs, and we came up with a 20-page report on so what are their concerns and what are their suggestions, so that after this report, we give it out to everyone. And again, we will brainstorm what are the solutions to these concerns of these SMEs. So we've already given these to experts. We've given the report to media. We've given the report to trainers so that they can create learning activities based on the concerns of the SMEs. So in Bounce Back, I always tell the people, be honest that you need help, and be honest that you can give help, because we want a community wherein talagang it's a bayanihan, it's helping each other, because that's the only way I think we can get out of this, is if everybody helps each other. So big brother helps small brother na tayo ngayon. So that's the program, that's the main program that we have to initiate. Diba? Yun. So many ways. Even posting inspiring articles and information, that's already helping the community, because a lot of professionals and SMEs are struggling with mental illness right now. So marami tayong anxiety-based problems happening. So kailangan talaga nila ng people to uplift them. So hindi lang talaga negosyo, hindi lang way to get out of this through money, but also to help out our fellow entrepreneurs with support, emotional, spiritual, and support, physical support. Giving them enough support, such as maybe advice, pwedeng food, kunyari nagugutom, kasi those things help. Those things help. Yan.
Aside from yung mental health concern ng mga entrepreneurs, in your experience running Bounce Back, and from that report, as you mentioned, or survey that you did, ano pa yung mga top concerns ng entrepreneurs right now?
Okay. Actually, I have it in front of me. So we divided the report into heart, head, and hands. So yung heart would be the concerns, mental and emotional concerns. So yun yung mga sinasabi kong stress, yung they were caught off guard, so medyo thrown out of their comfort zones. Okay. Yung sa head naman, so these are the concerns the challenges in terms of financials, in terms of dealing with their companies and their employees. So number one is their cash position and their cash runway. Medyo naubos yung pera nila sa pagbayad ng mga empleyado nila or pag-support ng mga employees nila during the quarantine. Syempre, hindi nila pwedeng pabayaan yung mga empleyado. If they are solo entrepreneurs naman, freelancers or professionals, hindi sila nakapag-save for something like this, di ba? So 70, as I said, 70% only have 2 weeks to 1 month left of cash. Although entrepreneurs are very resourceful, alam naman nila saan kukunin yung kakainin nila sa next week. But again, it's a struggle. And syempre, number two is those daily wage earners, marami sila. Okay, yung daily wage earners are people who have to earn money by working, by actually going out there to work, such as musicians, maybe photographers, diba? Na construction workers, every day they work, they get paid. If they don't work, they don't get paid. So that's one of the things na malaking problema. The source of income of a person suddenly stop. That's another one. And number three, of course, they're very unsure about government support. And they don't know kung ano ba yung mga support na makukuha nila sa government, especially since syempre mauuna yung mga talagang really affected by this crisis, no? Which is the majority. Okay? So yun, so many concerns regarding their business, like business continuity. For example, what's going to happen, especially if I'm in the travel industry or the food industry. It varies. Even if it's after na the crisis, people are still going to be very cautious about dining in or going to events or traveling. So magkakaroon yan ng mga period na mahina pa rin ang benta kahit na lifted na yung quarantine. So those are the main reasons. Those are the main challenges that they have. Basically, how do you sustain? How do you sustain yourself right now? Yeah.
Jason, if you don't mind me asking, yung sa group ba ngayon, kamusta yung masasabi mong pinaka napapansin mong dynamic? Kagaya ng binanggit mo kanina, may mga freelancers, may mga malalaking corporations and companies na nandyan, meron ding mga SMEs. Paano yung nagiging dynamic kung paano nagtutulong-tulong sila sa mga concerns nila?
I think even employees are members of the group. So,
yeah. Basically anyone
Before kasi
basically anyone earning. Go ahead.
And yung clarification mo sa tanong ko kasi parang before or kahit ngayon naman, sanay tayo na may kanya-kanya tayong group eh. May sariling camp or sariling group yung mga freelancers. Kasi may sarili silang concerns. Halimbawa, meron din yung mga SMEs. Tapos meron din yung sabihin na nating untouchables o yung mga elites na mga big companies na sila lang din nag-uusap. And then for the first time, everybody's going through the same thing across the board. And everybody's here in a group like this. So, para sa akin, doon ako sobrang interested na paano ngayon nag-i-interact, paano ngayon yung dynamic kung paano nagtutulong-tulong itong klase ng mga workers na to, na dati, iba-iba naman talaga yung concern nila. Ano po yung pinaka napapansin yung nangyayari?
Okay. So, majority pa rin ng group ng mga tao sa Bounce Back are the small to small to medium enterprises. That includes freelancers, professionals, even professionals in the employee level. Majority yan nandyan. And the big companies, those with cash position maybe to last them 1 year, 2 years.
Sorry, Jason, I think you lost your audio.
Oo nga, nawala si Jason. Parang,
Your
Ayan.
mic.
Ayan.
Hello?
Ayan.
Okay na.
Parang mahina pa rin.
Parang humina yung audio mo, Jason.
Hold on.
Lobat ba?
Hello?
Parang nag-switch ata yung
I
microphone
will
mo
log
eh.
in again. I'll try to log in again.
Ayan, okay na, okay na.
Sige, sige.
Ayan.
Okay lang.
Yun.
So, in the
Actually, ako
meantime,
na-amaze
kanta
ako.
Kanta mo na.
Hindi. Na-amaze lang ako kay Sir Jason kasi the mainstream media is showing us this picture na lagi yung priorities, yung mga nasa lower classes. And the mid classes, ito na yung challenge eh, di ba yung sinasabi nila may assistance, supposedly meron tayo nakakapang assistance. And I'm really glad to hear that there are people like Jason, ito community that steps up, na kahit sabihin mong hirap na talaga, we still find ways to help each other. And I'm just amazed, honestly, and I can't find mas natutuwa ako makinig eh. Mas natututo ako na ako din, I didn't know that this group existed. So I just want to thank you for organizing this, and wala, sobrang amazing lang.
Yeah, you should join. You should join the group.
Yeah.
Have you joined the group?
Yes, I
Sali na ako
joined.
Parang viewer lang.
Okay, so I'll go back to the question of Rona.
Yes. Thank you.
So the big companies are the ones creating the program. So I'm actually rounding them up. Okay, kasi one of the things we want to do in Bounce Back is to match companies. That's why I'm building the database. I'm the form that I put up there that they have to fill up is what help do you need and what help you can give, so that I have an understanding of who are the ones who have the capability to help and the ones who desperately need help this time. Okay, so syempre as expected, most need help, diba? And those who can help, those with money, 6 months, those with cash, 6 months to 2 years to 3 years, those are the people that I personally and the team is personally working with, so that we can match them up with people they can help. So we created the core teams. Right now we're doing brainstorm sessions online. We're creating a framework to help SMEs bounce back. So whatever industry you're in, the core team that we develop, we have a legal person, we have an industrial person, real estate, and we develop solutions that can be customized to industries. So if you notice right now in Bounce Back, we've already clustered or departmentalized all of the industries. So if you see Bounce Back restaurants, Bounce Back events, Bounce Back tours, tourism. So we're actually spreading it out already so that it can be guided by what we would call the bigger companies and the experts and all of that. No? So we are now concentrating our efforts so that the people that are involved in the industry can get more focused solutions and advice. Number two is the people who are in the big side of things. They are the ones who we invite to conduct the webinars. So the ones doing the webinars are leaders of industry. Okay, so they will be able to help through knowledge, so through giving experience, through forums, mga ganun. So that's how we're doing. That's how we're doing now. Pero you can expect more intensified programs na sobrang detailed siya, that the members, small members who are struggling can participate. For example, we just partnered with Lazada. So I just got off the phone with Lazada, and they're going to give Bounce Back more attention. So members who sign up and want to earn money through Lazada, we're gonna give them more attention, and Lazada will be giving Bounce Back its own landing page, its own banner, its own mileage within Lazada in order to push sales of Bounce Back members who are struggling with their cash flow, para we can pump in more sales to them. Okay, so partnerships like that with big companies. We partnered with StoreHub. StoreHub is now offering free e-commerce training to those who sign up with them. So depende sa industry mo, you can sign up with the different programs with large companies who's able to help you out. And you'll be seeing more of this kasi talagang we're escalating all our efforts already in helping. Kasi before talagang group building lang, parang dumadami na tayo. What are we going to do? Pero I think it's time really to organize this and really make an impact to the community. Kasi I think we have a responsibility. Parang because of this momentum in bounce back, which is a gift. It's a gift for us. It's a gift for everyone. And it may be accidental. It may be sinadya, ewan natin. Okay, but we have to take advantage of this so that we can create impact. So those listening now, we really have to work together. No one is earning money from this. No one is getting salaries from this. We just want to make an impact. Kasi it's gonna get worse if we don't help, if we don't make solutions. Yeah.
Okay. I think Daise has a follow-up question to that.
Yes. Well, first of all, I'm really just amazed on what the group is about. So thank you for starting something like this for Jason. But my question is more on the side that you see there are other groups out there as well, and they wanna, help other people the way that you do as well. And what's amazing about Bounce Back is like you have this people just pitching in to help. So what would be your advice for other groups who don't necessarily have like the funds or the capacity, but they want to reach out to potential partner companies or people with the means? Like, how do you reach out, and what's the process for that?
Yeah, can I also piggyback on that question? Parang siguro if you can siguro break down, for example, I'm an organization or a corporation, I want to help. What are the steps? Secondly, if I am a small business owner and I need help, so what are the steps? Ayun nga, I think you mentioned na wala namang, it should be free. So siguro, but people might be asking, may bayad ba to or whatever. So siguro, I just frame that question that way. From the perspective of an organization wanting to help, and number two, from business owner needing help.
Well, number one, in terms of organizations, we're actually working with a lot of organizations who want to collaborate with Bounce Back. So may kanya-kanya namang motivation kung why are they existing. And like for example, there are groups who handle just women, there are groups who handle just bloggers, there are groups, so very focused yung ano nila, initiatives nila. So we collaborate in terms of for example, they have a webinar, we will promote it with Bounce Back, and if you have a webinar also, they'll also promote it because wala naman tong transactions, wala naman tong revenue. So we will just help each other based on awareness and helping people reach out in order to help. For example, we give them the avenue for faster donations, parang ganon. So organizations can actually work with each other. I mean, sabi ko nga I mean, if anybody can also replicate what Bounce Back is doing, so much the better, because ang daming kailangan gawin na we're also getting overwhelmed. Kaya hindi natin na iwasan minsan, may nakakalusot dyan na scammer. So, syempre, magre-report sa amin. Syempre, what we say lang, you have to be vigilant because the community is growing so big that we only have 5 moderators checking content, approving content, diba? So, each one has to be vigilant as well. Pero as much as possible, we want to get as many people, as many groups as possible to grow. Ngayon, in terms of SMEs naman, in order to get help, you have to participate in the programs that we are launching. So that means you have to check out, you have to log into the group and check what are the programs that we're announcing. And then palagi naman may sign-up form yung mga programs na ginagawa namin. Like today, there were about 179 sign-ups for the Lazada program. We forwarded it to Lazada already, and today they'll start emailing everybody already to onboard them. Kasi on the second week of May, we will be launching already the campaign for the bounce back merchants to give them more mileage for their products, and to make sure that they make, they have cash flow. No? So that's one, you have to sign up for the programs kasi we don't know if you need help. So that's why I said kanina, you have to be transparent or honest that you need help, 'di ba? May kausap ko nga yung mga yung from Bounce Back Iloilo. We have a chat group also. Sabi nila they're so proud daw, they don't want to ask help. Pero
Guys,
medyo na
kaya.
medyo na ko sila, syempre
Sugar bowl kasi
tulungan
din. Yung mga
kailangan may tulungan. Wala naman dito taga Iloilo, no? Pero okay lang. Sila namang umamin. Sila namang umamin Hindi naman ako nagsabi. Pero yun lang. So you have to be honest that you need
May question pala tayo, Jason, from our Facebook audience, si Miles Choice. Sabi niya, since Mr. Jason mentioned the different groups in Bounce Back group, I noticed na there is no traders subgroup. Our industry is in trading, wholesale, and retail. And for us to bounce back, the challenge is, even if we do skeletal, we need a much stronger logistic service that we can top or source out. In the past days, this is what our biggest struggles are in. I think meron naman yatang ganyan.
Subcategories.
So right now, we've launched restaurants, events, tourism, education, real estate. That's because those are the webinars we've launched, industry focus. That's the only reason. But syempre as we build more, kasi hindi naman siya yung tipong ang dali lang naman gumawa ng Facebook group di ba? Gawa ka ng group, i-launch mo, tapos na siya. Pero we don't want to do it that way. We want to do it in such a way that before we launch a group for an industry, there are industry champions who will guide the group. Diba? The reason why we launched the UAE group in Middle East is because meron nang nag-reach out sa amin na from an association with the proper network for the OFW business owners there. That's why we have a platform there that we can jumpstart a group. Hindi yung basta ubusin ko lahat ng keywords sa bounce back sa Facebook, gawa ng group, which is serves no purpose at all, di ba? Pero in terms of trading, my suggestion is we're about to actually launch bounce back retail and bounce back industrial or manufacturing, those two. But I would suggest that you're in trading, but what products are you selling? Are you a supplier for food? If you're a supplier, then you should join the restaurant group. If you are trading events or product for events, then you should join the events group. If you're supplying retail, then you'll join the retail group. Kasi each industry naman comprises of a lot. Like yung events, hindi lang siya event organizers. You have wedding hosts, MCs, you have musicians. So lahat ng mga involved dun sa industry na yun, nagtutulungan dun para magbigay ng trabaho, mag-match. Some of them will give financial packages, di ba? Ang maganda dun is kanya-kanya gumagawa ng mga programa para makatulong sa mga struggling entrepreneurs, because Bounce Back as a organization cannot do everything, di ba? Cannot create all the programs by himself. That is the reason why we have our strategy is to now branch out. You have to create small clusters. That way we'll be more effective. Parang ganun.
Right. Speaking of the industry leaders na binabanggit mo, Jason, how are you able to invite them or encourage them? Kasi sabihin na natin na meron tayong subgroups, may kanya-kanyang industry. And we all know that information is number one, or information sharing, knowledge sharing. It's very important for everyone in the industry to get access to that. Pero paano natin ma-prevent yung thinking na ayoko masyado mag-share kasi at the end of the day, competition pa rin tong mga taong to. Pagdating sa mga members or kapwa small business owners ninyo, I mean, maganda man yung intention na, sige, share tayo para, what do you call this, para we all learn from each other. Pero meron bang pushback, meron bang resistance, or meron bang consequences kapag nagna-knowledge sharing when it comes to, you know, how much can you actually share, or how do we encourage people to share strategies without them feeling like they might lose to competition or mawawala yung secret sauce nila or whatever? Is that something you're encountering?
Well, this crisis made me realize one thing is the Filipino spirit of helping is alive and well. And I've never seen any person I've talked to who wants to share think that way. So in this duration of the quarantine, I haven't met anyone who said na, sige, I'll hold back this secret, because they're not thinking about competition right now. They're all about making sure. So dalawa lang naman yan eh. One is the compassion of the Filipino is at work. So they help, diba? And second, if you have to talk about, you know, selfish reasons, then ano siya, if the whole industry goes down, they go down as well. And the bigger you are, the bigger you will fall. So if you don't help the small SMEs, okay, wala rin. I mean, you will not have buyers of your products. Even as someone as big as a company that sells sempre shampoo or consumer goods like that, if you don't have sari-sari stores that are open, you will not hit your targets next year. If the small buyers stop operating, then you will also fall, diba? So the whole economy will fall. Okay, so that's the answer to the question. It's not an experience. Of course, there will be a lot of things na meron ka rin mga trade secrets na syempre you launch it on your own. After the quarantine, meron ka na nakalatag na strategies, diba? Yun yung mga things na syempre private na sa kanila yon. They can implement that after the quarantine. Pero right now, I always use compassion.
It's really great.
I'd also like to add to what Sir Jason is saying, kasi ako din, I also share my secrets, kumbaga, as a content strategist. On my end naman, it's more of like the mental, it helps me ease out the mental stress. Kasi, di ba, when you're cooped up in your house, ang gusto mo talaga is to connect with other people eh. And when you start sharing what you know, when you start sharing your knowledge and kahit mapa-skill yan or knowledge or kahit yung food on the table or resources, it makes you feel good eh. So somehow it also helps you stay sane dito sa ganitong sitwasyon. And for us Filipinos, I've seen a lot of good in what's happening today. And this is one of the testaments of how naturally good people are right now. So I think that's also what makes the group successful. Na ganun kabilis yung speed ng growth nila is because they don't attract people who are medyo yung iba yung mindset nila. So most of the people who are joining the community are growth focused or has the growth mindset. So yun nga eh, kumbaga it's not only if they don't share, they're also the one to fall. So kumbaga parang the more you lift other people up, the more you lift yourself up din. Pero that's super right. Amazing. Sobrang ako wala akong matanong. I just love this.
Tawag yan. Ako, nag-volunteer na ako. Nag-donate pa lang ako ngayon sa So guys, yung madali lang talaga, I tried the process. Nakapag-donate ako sa justpay.to/bounceback
Bounce back
PH. Madali lang siya yung interface, guys. Tapos ginamit ko yung BPI na mobile. So meron silang madaling, baka gumawa ako ng video dito para i-share din gaano kadali. Mabilis lang talaga siya eh. So nag-volunteer na rin ako, Jason, dun sa Events PH. Nag-join ako ngayon. And pwede makatulong with helping people, especially SMEs, increase their visibility.
That's nice.
So
See, that's it.
ayun.
That's what I'm talking about. You know,
Ayan.
it's the power of the skills of each person helping another person without the skills. So we're complementing right now each other. Imagine if you have 30,000 people complementing each other's skills, diba? Not just financial, not just spiritual, not just emotional. Everyone can contribute. That's what bounce back is all about, to help each other bounce back. Hindi to help you or ako lang gusto mag-bounce back. Hindi, what can I give you, what you can give me, what I can give everybody, what I can contribute, so that all of us will bounce back. Walang iwanan, di ba? That's the beauty of the community.
Kung ano mabibigay mo, bigay ka lang.
Kung ano lang mabibigay mo. It doesn't have to be big. It can be knowledge. It can be, inspiration. If you can give inspiration, that's good already, di ba? You don't need to donate money, di ba?
Right.
Yeah.
Ano yung napapansin mo, Jason, na kung makaka-identify ka ng pinaka bang for buck or pinaka sulit na mabibigay? Ano yung napapansin mo yun? Is it information? Is it the webinars, the skill set? Is it cash right now? What is it that's really you feel like is top needed sa community ngayon? Na in terms of people giving.
Well, everything helps, no? Everything helps right now. So cash, help, webinars and everything. It all helps. Pero what people need right now, the SMEs, are number one is options and strategies. Okay? Because it's time for people now to look at the short term and not the long term. It's how do I survive right today? How do I survive today until 2 weeks from now, 1 month from now, 2 months from now, 3 months from now? How do I survive? And it's better now to not think about planning in terms of timeline. Kasi we had a webinar na restaurants the other talagang owners ng Bizu, ng Wolfgang Steakhouse. So those are our panelists, the big ones from the restaurant industry. And they were syempre talking about how to shift your resources, diba? How to balance, how to do everything. But there are a lot of questions from the small ones saying, well, syempre, kasi you have enough money in order to shift the resources. What about us na wala ng resources to shift? I mean, wala na ako employees, wala na ako. So I cannot follow that same strategy of the big companies who can say, sige, close mo na ako 3 months. Okay lang, di ba? Or I give 13-month pay to my employees already. Di ba? So, as a small entrepreneur, I cannot follow the strategy of the big companies. So I have to have other options and strategies for my own business. So we cannot think of timelines such as, sige, what's my 3-month plan? What's my 6-month plan? We have to think about it in terms of cash position. Kasi if you can last for 3 months, then good, di ba? You can last for 3 months yung cash position mo. So, hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na, sige, what's your 3-month plan? Pagka ikaw small entrepreneur ka, anong isipin mo? Sige, in 3 months ngayon, I have 500 pesos left in my bank. Ano kayang paplanuhin ko in 3 months? Di ba? It's so hard to plan 3 months with that kind of resource. So, you have to plan in terms of cash position. So, tomorrow, this week, how am I gonna get cash into my bank or my wallet, or how can I feed my family this week? Okay, second week, third week, 1 month, what's my cash flow for short term? Huwag ko na muna isipin yung 3-month plan ko, 6-month plan ko. Kasi for me, in my book, yung Practical Entrepreneur, I talk about the individual rather than the business. Kasi if you don't take care of you, the individual, then there's no business to talk about at all. Di ba?
Right.
You cannot think of your business now if you don't have enough money to even put food on the table. So the key here right now in bouncing back, your journey to bouncing back, is the first part is endurance and survival. And this is where a lot of people can help you endure. Because hindi naman, you don't expect naman somebody, sige, this is your strategy, this is money for you, I'll throw it to you, gaganda ulit negosyo mo after the quarantine. There's no such thing as that. You have to endure because everyone's feeling the same problem. Mga freelancers nga, hindi nakaka-collect ng money from their clients now, right? Kasi, syempre, conserve din sila ng cash, di ba? Even landlords cannot collect rent. That's their livelihood also. So, hindi mo pwede rin pagalitan yung mga is not giving you free rent. Kasi that's their livelihood. It's so hard to say, ang hirap naman, di ba? So, but the individual is very important kasi this is the time now to shift your thinking. And ako personally, I believe the first step to this quarantine, to the individual, is fixing now yourself as an individual first. Okay? As an individual first. Because most of the SMEs naman, they're not run by directors, or most are run by 1 person, 2 people, 3 people, di ba? Tapos, hustle lang. They're just hustling every day. Diba? That's 99% of the economy. Very few lang talagang run by board of directors. Meron silang, they get a good credit line from the bank, mga ganon. So, we're talking about the individual right now. What are we going to do with you as an individual, as an entrepreneur, as the brain behind your business? What's your next step, diba? What are you going to do about your business? Is it time to close your business? Or is it time to shift your business? Maraming questions you have to assess. So, mag-assessment tayo with the individual talaga.
Nice.
So,
Follow-up question to that, Jason. Kasi, yun nga, are there any, or what are the current initiatives pala when it comes to helping the individual discern kung ano yung possible next steps nila? Kasi it looks like hindi siya institutional thing. It has to be parang more of a core or parang family thing then, like how people are coping as units. And syempre the smallest unit is the Pinoy family. Like, are we looking into like paano tayo gumagawa ng steps dyan? And I would love to know.
Okay. Sige. Like samahangroup.org, kayo, you're really made up of individuals. So you understand me, correct? It's all about livelihood, di ba? It's all about bringing food to the table. Even si H, ang unang problem niya is about her son, no? Son or daughter? Yun, it's about being a mom. It's about being a mom and about ano yung welfare ng anak ko, di ba? And that's the reason why we're all doing business. That's the reason why we're doing work. Kasi if kung taken care of naman lahat niyan, would we still work? Would we still do business? Hindi, di ba? So we have to take care of you guys first. So number one initiative is we're developing a framework for the individual. That's based on the practical entrepreneur framework that we're doing. We are getting a lot of concepts from the book, and we will be developing modules in order to help the individual, per individual. So one of the concepts, like I'll just give you an example of a concept that is from this framework. It's called Inversion Thinking. Okay, so after so many years mentoring startups and entrepreneurs, the main problem why a lot of entrepreneurs fail is really about the passion and the optimism. Okay, So when you're talking to an entrepreneur, they always believe that their product cannot fail. They believe that they can reach 1 million, they can be the next unicorn. And the problem is it's the industry and the media that's developing and creating this type of illusion for entrepreneurs that you can get this big. And also social media says that, oh, the meaning of success is having a Ferrari, going to the beach. Kasi sa Instagram, ganun eh. Di ba? So, nakikita mo sa Instagram. So, ang nangyayari, my meaning of success now becomes that, napapattern ngayon doon. So, if you create a pattern with startups, with businesses, when you look at successful companies, you try to pattern their success with your success. But I'm sure all of you agree with me that you have to develop your own meaning of success first. Okay? Hindi naman lahat tayo gusto natin yung mga yun eh. Nadadala lang tayo dahil sa what society is saying. What's a successful freelancer? What's a successful entrepreneur? It's this, di ba? So what I'm saying is, number one, destroy that notion altogether. Simplify your needs, simplify your wants, and you meditate, okay? You meditate and say, this is my meaning of success. If H says, my son, I just want him like this, he gets a good education, homeschool, this is my goal, after 10 years, ito lang yung goal ko naman, masaya na ako. Hindi ako magpapadala sa meaning of success ng iba, okay? That's the reason why many people are so scared in this crisis, because nag-shatter lahat ng mga million-dollar dreams nila. Yung mga dreams nila pumunta sa ibang bansa, yung pumunta sa ganito, biglang na-shatter yon, di ba? But if you have created a path of your own, okay, you'll just say, okay, this is just a setback because my goal isn't that this one naman eh. It's just this. Okay? And I'm already happy. So you're basing now your success on what will make you satisfied and contented. That's always the first step. And second is inversion thinking. The reason why people got caught off guard with the crisis is because of they did not follow this. If you're a professional, if you're a salesperson, and you keep saying, hey, I'm gonna do 1 million sales this month. I'm so sure of it. I keep going and going. But if I don't get it, I don't achieve it, it gives me discouragement and I have to do plan B and everything, diba? So inversion thinking is, I think, I plot the failure I begin with the failure in mind, okay? You invert it, okay? So this is the failure. I will backplot all the things I will do to reach this failure point, okay? Now, what will I do next is I'm gonna forward avoid. I'm gonna avoid all of these things so that I'm moving farther and farther away from my failure scenario, okay? So, ang gagawin ko, kasi if you don't do that, if you're going through your path and you hit a wall na hindi mo ni-anticipate, chances are, what do you do? Ano yung pinaka-word na ginagamit ng tao? Pivot, ano pa? You either start from zero, pivot, but pivot is so dangerous, diba? It means na hindi mo na sundan yung plano mo, diba? But if you're able to go around the wall, it will take longer for you to reach success, but at least lahat ng mga things that you plotted na will reach the failure point, in-avoid mo lahat. Okay? Now, the problem with the Pinoy entrepreneur is the optimism and the positive thinking that's instilled in us. You know, na, I have the best product in the world. Go, go, go. Di ba? Ganun ang natin eh. So, that became our downfall. And I call it positive thinking but negative strategy. Okay? Now, if I have positive thinking and negative strategy, I can foresee any crisis that comes. Okay? It's about developing or designing worst case scenarios instead of business plans that sabi ko 1 year 5 million, 2 years 10 million, that means nothing, and none of them is followed. Walang nasusundan doon. I mean, based on my experience, if I plot out how much money I'm gonna make in 1 month, in most case hindi nangyayari yun, di ba? So you will be more successful if you have a negative strategy. So that's one thing I'm teaching, kasi passion makes you so overconfident. Passion makes you not listen to people. Passion makes you not see you will not be able to see the crisis ahead. Ganun ang sinasabi ko. So I'm telling the entrepreneurs, it's time to be practical. It's time to fix your mindset. And this is the real entrepreneur mindset. I've been an entrepreneur for 20 years. I've known all the failures. I've known all of these things. Okay. So this is the real entrepreneur mindset. It's not about, moving forward palagi. It's about occasionally, you step back occasionally in order to move forward with caution palagi. Kasi entrepreneur is a game of endurance, and I know you guys agree with me. Tama ba ako?
Yes.
Galing nga eh. It lalabas talaga for individual development, self-development pa din. And it reminds me of the Stoic philosophy, where I think I learned this from dun kay Marcus Aurelius, where they actually do a pre-mortem. Kumbaga, yung failure is hindi post-mortem analysis but pre-mortem analysis, where everything fails na and you do everything you can not to get to that point. Yan yung astig sa ano. So parang, that being said, I guess the nucleus of that will be coming from your book, because that's where the inversion thinking is going to be already, di ba? Sinulat mo na siya.
You have to organize it.
Mm-hmm. Sige, astig. I'd love to be a part of also getting that word out. Guys, my question pala, sorry, Mark, go ahead.
Sorry, before I chime in, I think H and Daise would need to leave right now. Tama ba?
They need to bounce.
As much as I'd like to stay.
Bounce back.
Thank you, H and Daise.
Yeah, thank you. I don't bounce back na pala, education, because I'm a homeschooler too, and I feel that's where I can contribute the most. So again,
also,
ano yan, sige, join it.
Si Daise Jason, ano yan, physics teacher yan before. Yeah, ano yan, education talaga yan.
Physics teacher. Grabe.
Ako naman siguro I can contribute somehow dun sa content strategy, kasi that's also the direction we're going at right now. Kasi I feel like the businesses locally are shifting towards going online, and I feel like we can help in that. So I'll check out the group and see how I can help. So thank you so much. Sobrang ako.
Thank you, Edge. Thank you.
To our viewers, siguro we're going towards the last quarter of this interview. But thank you, H and Daise.
Thank you
so much, man. See you next week.
I really love
anak mo sa likod, H. Anak mo sa likod.
Yeah, I really love what you said, Jason, about yung positive thinking and negative strategy. And I think, especially now that this happened, medyo siguro mas nagising yung mga entrepreneurs na they should really think about this. Ako ngayon ko lang narinig, and it's really I think something that we should all apply as business owners, even freelancers.
Sakit ko rin kasi yan, bro, yung sobrang positive thinking. You have to temper it talaga with
reality.
Reality dapat, reality. Kasi
nangyayari talaga na may plan A, B, C ka.
The reality is things are always unexpected, but sometimes you feel like you're expecting everything and you know what's going to happen. So you have to have some kind of humility that say, things are unexpected and I don't know everything, but I have to prepare for it. So actually, this crisis has humbled so many people, diba? Even experts don't have the solutions.
Right.
Yeah.
Unprecedented talaga siya eh. Never has
Yeah.
it been this, even in the world right now na may technology, na may rapid, buti na ngayon may mga rapid prototyping na sa mga medical, di ba, yung engineering,
Correct.
mga stuff. Hindi pa rin eh. Isipin mo if this happened maybe 2 years earlier, mas grabe to. Buti nga, di ba?
Kahit 2 years earlier lang, no? What more 10 years ago?
Yeah. Yeah, siguro question, let's say somebody's watching right now and a small business owner or a freelancer, and then yung sinabi mo nga, cash flow is the number one problem. So, what can they expect when they join the group? Can they get loan from, paano ba yung magiging, how do you tackle this
Okay.
problem?
Well, we're creating a program na, of course, yung what we call Big Brother and Small Brother strategy, di ba? Kasi if you have the Big Brother and the Small Brother, I call them brothers kasi this is not just business. Takes a lot of compassion. Kasi if you have money to give and you're also protecting your own family, for example, ang hirap magbigay, di ba?
Yes.
You have you need to have a level of compassion for you to say, sige, bigay ko to dahil gusto kitang tulungan. Kahit na medyo struggling, hindi naman ako struggling sobra, pero it's still the savings of my family, for example.
Yes.
So it takes a lot of compassion. That's why I call it brother and not big SME and small SME, because
Kasi
this
for
takes
that
a lot of sacrifice.
for that big brother, hindi niya rin alam how long this will
Correct,
last.
di ba?
So, yung rin, to protect syempre yung family din.
Correct. So number one, what does the small brother have that the big brother wants in exchange for the help that he's going to give? So number one, small brother has skills and they have intellect, they have knowledge, diba? So number one is what kind of skill or knowledge can I give big brother momentarily and temporarily that I can offer to big brother that I can get paid. So kung iiwan ko muna sandali ang negosyo ko para tulungan si Big Brother na lalong palakihin lang yung negosyo niya, pero binabayaran ako momentarily so that my business can survive this one, so that after quarantine, I can continue building my business. Ano yun? For example, I approach you as, I'm a web developer, for example, and I approach Big Brother and say, hey, can I have a job as a web developer first, because that's one of my skills. Okay, pay me this much muna. I will help your company. I'll not charge you very high. While I'm still thinking what my business will be, so that I can endure, diba? So sasabihin ni Big Brother, well, we're not looking for web developers right now, but can you clean the toilets? So as a founder, I have to now say, sige, should I do this first? I'm not saying cleaning toilets, but that's just an example. Can I just do this first so that I can endure? Because Big Brother needs my skills, and I need the cash to survive for the first week, second week, third week, or second month. Okay, so one program is that one. Okay, in order for you to endure, you have to exchange value. Palaging may value nag-exchange para si Big Brother hindi naman siya dole outs palagi na ito pera pero wala naman siyang, 'di ba? Okay. So at least meron siya nakuha. And the founder of the business is more than willing to really use his skills to help Big Brother, 'di ba? Kasi there has to be compassion, there has to be relationship building right now. Okay. Second, what does small brother have? Small brother have. Okay. We all have assets, di ba? We all have our businesses. We all have probably that high-end watch that we bought 5 years ago, or whatever asset, di ba? Okay, so Big Brother can say, even if I don't need that watch, even if I don't need that car, sige, I'll get it. I'll collateralize this money by liquidating your asset temporarily. Okay? Pag gusto talaga bilhin nung Big Brother yung asset na yon one time, o sige, benta mo na. Pero if you don't want to get rid of your assets, okay? Assets can be either material thing or the shares of your company, or kunyari, meron kang kiosk ng fishball or kiosk ng siomai, you can collateralize your whole business, di ba? Yung kitchen equipment. Sige, I'll borrow money, I'll lend you money, but I'll collateralize the business. If you're not able to return this fast, then I'll get your kitchen stuff. I'll get na your business. And I can but syempre ang gagawin ni Big Brother, mahaba yung payment terms. Tapos madaling bayaran para pag I can operate now my business again, pwede ko na ngayon slowly bayaran si Big Brother na mababa yung interest, di ba? Again, it takes compassion kasi kahit hindi kailangan ni Big Brother yung siomai na kiosk niya o yung watch, kahit hindi niya kailangan, gagawin niya kasi I feel compassion for the small brother and I need to feed him cash. We need to feed cash in exchange for value, di ba? And I'm sure freelancers kaya yan. Like for example, yung example ko, I did not need to learn guitar. Correct?
Oo, nag-ano ka dun Parang you got the lessons Kita ko.
Oh, parang I did not need to. I mean, hindi ko naman kailangan. Pero I want to help the musician get by dito sa crisis. And he's charging me better rate than what it would normally cost after crisis, for example. So, I sent advance, hindi ko siya binayaran ng per session. Binayaran ko advance the whole 10 sessions.
Wow.
Para ma-endure niya yung buong buwan na naka-quarantine siya. But at the same time, I'm enjoying now learning a new skill. I mean, di ba, I get to jam with the musician, di ba? So, the musician gave a value, okay? Hindi siya donation, hindi siya dole out. Nagbigay ako value, okay? But it's compassion pa rin because hindi ko naman kailangan, correct? But ginawa ko kasi may mas kailangan ng tulong ngayon para makakain yung pamilya niya, para makabili ng gatas. Kesa naman bigyan ko lang ng donation na mauubos lang, what's next, di ba? Ito at least, he keeps his integrity. Yeah, and he keeps his integrity, di ba? As a musician, na hindi lang ako humingi ng donation. I gave you something of value. Okay. Right. Number three is Big Brother advances money to small brother for a service that he will give after the quarantine. So, for example,
nice. Galing.
So, for example, but at a cheaper rate. Gets mo?
So, may advantage pa din si Big Brother.
May advantage, may value pa rin. So, if I'm a small brother and ito, example lang naman to. So, if I own a small restaurant, for example, sige, I'll buy gift certificates from you na worth 10,000 pesos because August, December, I'm planning a big party. I'll do it in your restaurant. Pero December ko nagagamitin. Gets mo? So, but I get to endure, let's say, 15,000 pesos, makapag-endure ngayon yung small business owner for 1 month of quarantine. Parang ganun, to yung mga needs niya. Pero, nagbigay pa rin ako ng value sa'yo. I gave you a gift certificate so that by December, pag gagamitin mo na siya, 50% off siya. Or something like that. Okay?
May mga ganun akong observe actually. Maganda nga yung style na yan. Like, if you're in a position to help, you can do that. And hindi lang din for businesses, but maybe people in your network na kagad, like right now, you can start looking for people you can help.
Yeah, ganun siya. Like, sige, bayaran muna kita, tsaka muna, parang ano yan parang Ganon din naman ang ugali ng mga Pinoy minsan. Sige, tsaka na natin pag-usapan yan. Basta matulungan mo. Importante, makakain ka muna ngayon. Importante yung anak mo, makabili muna kayo ng gatas para sa anak mo. So, tsaka na natin pag-usapan yung gagawin mo para sa atin. Parang ganon.
Babalikan na lang kita sa tamang panahon.
Babalikan na lang kita. Kakatok na lang ako sa'yo.
Kakatok.
That really brings home the point, Jason, where it's ultimately sobrang important na ma-match ng maayos yung big brother kay small brother.
Yes.
Little brother pala. So, yun. I'm curious how you're doing the matching naman. Kasi, na ano kami para, I'm pag ganun din kasi ako, like, I'm trying to see where I can be of an impact. Kami din ng mga freelancers in general. That's how we also become successful, where we look at the business and determine where yung gaps nila. And if yun yung core offer namin, then that's where we offer to work with them. Pero pag hindi, we recommend somebody else. So that's why ganun yung mga question, yung line of questioning ko. So you'll notice.
Even if yung sabi nga ni Jason, if you're struggling, tapos walang match sa need, then maybe you can offer another thing like yung cleaning toilet nga na example. So,
wala namang ano dyan eh.
It depends on how yung level of yung need mo for that runway, diba, to survive. So how does that happen? So the first step is to fill out that form, Jason, tapos you'll do the matching. Or do they reach out directly to you or to somebody, to the big brother?
Mag-isa lang si Jason.
Medyo mahirap yun. Pero the best is to fill up sa form. We have the bounce back business registry. So yung business registry na yon, I keep on advertising it on bounce back. You have to sign up your business there and what help you need and what help you can give. Para we can match you. If you say you have money, then okay, sige, I'll match you with a lot of people. Diba? So very important yan. And I always believe that we as entrepreneurs and freelancers also, we have to work with intention. We always have to move with intention all the time. What do we mean by work with intention? Is ikaw, when you want to clean your house, diba? What do you do when you want to clean your house? Do you just walk around and then pick up whatever trash that you see? No. If you work with intention, you walk around your house carrying a garbage bag, okay? And that means you really intend to clean your house, correct? Kasi you're carrying a garbage bag so that when you see a litter or something, ilalagay mo diretso sa garbage bag. And that's where results come from, di ba? That's where results happen. Intention palagi. I intend to have my house clean. Therefore, this is the thing that I should do in order. Not, sige, lakad ako around the house para to see what I can clean. That's not working with intention, di ba? Okay. So that's one of the lessons I teach. When you want to accomplish a certain task, how do you intend to accomplish and finish that task? Okay. So matching or getting cash flow, getting help from a big brother. Like for example, how did I get matched now with a musician that's willing to teach? And how did I get matched? Why? It's because this musician who reached out to Bounce Back for help created a group and a directory of musicians who need help. And they created their own group, no? And then not only that, they further filtered the group with those people who are in desperate need of money for them to buy milk na, to buy food. Gutom na talaga. I was also matched with somebody na who already has stage 3 cancer. She relied on singing sa mga gigs in the bar. Ngayon, naputol yun. Pati yung pain reliever niya, hindi siya makabili. I mean, can you imagine that, di ba? Yung gig earners natin, talagang desperate, di ba? So, I was matched with that person. Kasi I said, okay, Stanley yung name ng group ng Music Karamay ang pangalan ng page nila. Stanley, match me with 3 people. Sabi ko, match me with 3 people. and I will be a big brother to those 3 people. So I intended to help 3 people. Therefore, I asked for 3 people to help. And si Stanley naman intended for these 3 people to be matched with me. So namili talaga siya ng 3 tao para tulungan ko. Okay? So itong first person na to na may so I talked to her and I sent her food, groceries, money, and then I got the whole bounce back team to help her find a hospital, a doctor kasi she's in pain, may kailangan niya ng pain reliever and everything. So that from that matching, I mobilized my whole team in order to help her. Parang ganon. And yung isa naman, yung skill na guitar, pagturo ng gitara from Conservatory of Music. Okay. Then ang ginawa ni Stanley, gumawa siya ng poster ng lahat ng pwede na mag-offer ng lessons. So namili lang ako. Okay. So there was an intention to do that. So we have to do that. We have to make sure that we match with intention. Na makatulong tayo talaga sa isang tao. Kasi itong tao, pag makatulong ka sa isang tao, malaking impact na yan. Just one person per person, that's a big impact already. So that's the way we're going to help, is really match with intention to really help people. Na talagang people can approach us, we're going to really contact these people and say, hey, do you need help? Pero yun nga, they need to be honest. They need to say, guys, I already need help. I am struggling already in my business. I don't have any more runway. I don't have any more cash in order to live or survive. Diba? Siyempre, what you're gonna do now is simplify your life. Instead na 50,000 ang kailangan mo for you to survive, kailangan, siyempre. Anyway, delayed naman yung mga Meralco mo. Kailangan mo lang kumain. Kailangan mo lang na you have a comfortable life na simple lang during this quarantine, na walang income na pumapasok sa'yo. Ganun yung And then, syempre, second then is mentorship na sige, paano natin buhayin yung income stream mo, yung cash flow mo naman, para hindi puro tulong. Di ba? Para hindi naman puro tulong kasi syempre, entrepreneurs are very proud. They also want to say, sige, ano pang pwede kong ibigay sa tulong na binibigay mo sa akin. Di ba? And freelancers, they have the skills. Di ba?
Yeah. Yeah, thank you very much, Jason. Jason, I think we're down to our last 5 minutes. So we could talk all day about this. Talaga nakaka-inspire, and I really also want to be of help to the group. So I'll surely fill out that form. Siguro we'll just talk about yung mga takeaways namin, and then we'll give you the chance, the floor to give your message, and then to invite them to join the group. Ako yung takeaway ko is that if I become a big brother, it's easy to, kasi you can just give money tapos hindi mo alam kung saan napupunta. But if you're a big brother, makikita mo talaga you receive value as well. So I'd rather give as a big brother than just giving money not knowing where it goes. So yun yung biggest takeaway ko today. So thank you, Jason. Shoden?
Oh, actually, same din eh. Kasi before, kapag nagdo-donate ako, typically I usually work, if I'm going to give out cash, dapat talaga alam ko na it's in good hands. And lately, it might have parang gotten to the point na naging struggle siya kasi ang daming organizations nagpa-pop up, hindi mo alam kung sino accredited, hindi mo alam kung sino talaga yung vetted by others. So, what I've resorted to actually do, parang in my own way to contribute, was to do webinars, then do live trainings like for other organizations. Kaya at least I know that people who watch are those who are really interested in learning. And now that yun nga, nakita ko na, actually also shared the registry link, guys, yung Google form yun, Jason, no? that you made. I actually tracked it down sa bounce back, and hopefully I'm sharing the same form. Yung sabi mo na meron
Registry.
siyang the bounce back business registry where you can put
Yeah,
your
that one.
you can put your business industry you're in and Facebook page and how bounce back can help you and how you can help through bounce back. So, yun, biggest takeaway ko is meron palang ganitong klaseng system na si Just Pay To na you can literally donate with confidence. Kaya yun, okay yun sa akin. Very very solid. So yun, thanks again Jason for your turo dun sa Inversion Thinking. And also yun, magvo-volunteer ako dun sa events ng Bounce Back PH.
Thank you. Thank you.
Rona?
Galing. Hindi ko alam saan ako magsisimula sa takeaways. Thank you for answering my questions earlier. So, kung isa-summarize ko siya sa steps in terms of anong nakuha natin, no? Talagang focus on yourself because if you don't, wala ka rin may offer na skills or malulost ka kung anong bibigay mo sa kapwa entrepreneur or kay big brother or kay small brother if ever. So, I feel like that's a very obvious but really important reminder. Now more than ever, you have to take care of yourself, develop your skills, especially maybe ones that you've neglected, because it might just be the skill that's more needed by another person pala, even if you have other skills. So that's really key for me. And then, ganda talaga ng sistema ng Big Brother and Small Brother. And I feel like for everyone naman, even before the pandemic, that's what we all really would benefit from, and we would all. I mean, I've always been looking for mentors myself. Tapos, importante talaga na take advantage na sa panahon ngayon na talagang mas generous mga tao, mas malambot mga puso natin, mas damay-damayan yung nararamdaman natin. Talagang kung nahihiya ka before na mag-reach out for mentors or kay Big Brother or ikaw mismo before kung wala kang confidence na pwede ka rin maging Big Brother or Big Sister sa iba, then
actually, that was what I was gonna say. Pwede pala big sister. Sorry.
Pwede na big sister.
Ayo.
Sister. Kuya. Okay naman. Feeling ko magkakaroon tayo ng...
Kuyain natin na lang para mas Pinoy. Kuya at saka ate.
Oh, yeah.
Tama.
Kuya, ate, utol. So, yun. There, I feel like it's really something I'm also going to share more with my colleagues, with my friends. So, thank you so much. And yeah, I mean, I was a member ng Bounce Back mga 3 weeks ago na eh. And I didn't, sa dami rin, yun din yung nakaka-overwhelm. Sa dami rin ng mga nagpo-post, tsaka information. Actually, hindi rin ako ganun ka-aware na ganito pala kaganda yung sistema nung naging member ako. So, sobrang swerte lang na we had this chance to really talk to you directly. So, there you go. Thank you.
Ano nga eh.
Thank you.
I just got reminded na parang zen din pala yung you have to center on yourself para more Filipinos can be more parang self-aware kung ano nangyayari, and then it goes out to the larger society. And parang parang ninja pala to si Jason.
Ninja.
Okay, and with that, the floor is yours, Jason. Jason Dela Rosa.
Mag-register na rin ako. Hindi pa pala ako nag-register.
Okay, so ano to, final message ba to?
Yes. Huwag naman final. Just message.
Closing remarks lang.
Closing.
Okay, so I just want to tell everyone that not to be too stressed or to be consumed by anxiety, okay? So imagine we have 30,000 people behind you, okay? Thinking of ways that people you can count on, okay, in order for you to help you bounce back, to endure and to bounce back. So one thing you have to do is you have to think with clarity muna. Remove your anxiety. Try to remove your anxiety, because with anxiety, you cannot move forward, okay? And when I mean think with clarity or clear your mind, di ba sinasabi nilang clear your mind? It's You sit down, tanggalin mo lahat ng mga laman ng utak mo. Pero we have to have a different meaning for clearing your mind. It has to be, when you say you clear your mind, you have to displace it with something else. Okay? You have to replace it with something that is positive. Like ako, what do I do to whenever I feel anxiety and something's bothering my mind? For me to remove that is not to sit still and to clear my mind and I meditate. No, it's about me. For example, I will jot down my to-do list for the day. That clears my mind of the negative things. You don't clear your mind, even yung mga positive things that you have to do, don't clear it away, di ba? So you replace it with things that will make you productive because you have to act now. You have to make sure whatever you plan to do, gawin mo na ngayon. Okay, write your to-do list right now as an individual for the sake of your family, for the sake of your family's future. Okay, and get people to help you out. Kasi dalawa lang yan eh. One is you already know the solution but you don't have the resources to move forward. And like you guys, you already know the solution kasi you're in the industry eh. You wouldn't be in the industry if you don't know the solution. Listening to other people tell you the solution, you say, hindi naman yan yung solution kasi ako, alam ko yung industry ako. Alam ko yung solution, pero wala akong resources, wala akong mga avenues wherein I can implement the solution. Get mo? So if you fall under that, then you have to focus your all your efforts in finding resources for a solution that you already know. You don't spend your effort looking for solutions kasi alam mo na eh, di ba? Second is the solution is inside you somewhere. You're in that industry eh. Siyempre dapat alam mo yan. You've already been working with as a video as a director or a videographer for a long time. You know that the solution to your problem is this. Minsan maybe nakalimutan mo lang or it's deep inside you, alam mo kasi kinakausap mo yung mga fellow professionals mo, alam mo dapat. Pero pagka nakalimutan mo, then you approach people now to help you bring it out. You know, that's why there's called industry focused. You band them together. All the restaurants are together, okay, to bring out that solution that you already know dapat. Kasi you've been in the industry for a long time. There's no such thing as no solution for this thing. If there is no solution, then wala na talaga pag-usapan. We don't have to think about anything anymore, di ba? Okay? So don't worry, there's a solution to it. There's a solution to everything. And please take advantage of Bounce Back PH. It's free for all. There's no payment. It's all about helping each other. You go in, you share, and you ask for help. You can contact me, message me, but I cannot promise I can reply at once. Okay, but you can message the admins. You can post whatever you need. You just put hashtag #AskBounceBack. Meron kami mga official bounce back. So you have to be honest that you need help. You have to be honest that you can help other people para we can match you. Participate in all programs that you feel can benefit you. Panoorin yung mga webinars and everything. And finally, I'm turning my book into okay lang ba mag-plug?
Sure, of course.
Oo naman.
So I'm turning my book into an ebook. So hopefully next week, ready for ano na to. So I'm going to launch. Yeah, next week siguro. Bigay ko sa inyo yung link.
May giveaway ba ng signed copy dyan?
May giveaway daw ng book ah.
Hard copy.
Pero
naman kasi ganito.
Kasi hindi pwedeng ano.
Kasi may kopya pa ako may mga kopya kasi ako na hindi na-dispose kasi hindi ko na ma-ship tong mga to eh, di ba? So yung mga will get my ebook, I'll just ship this limited copies to them. I mean, without extra charge. But yes. After the quarantine na kasi hindi ko ma-ship eh. Metro Manila pwede, but a lot of my buyers kasi Cebu and Davao, so I couldn't find a way to ship to them right now, but hopefully after the quarantine. So yun lang guys, thank you for inviting me to this forum. I really appreciate it. The more we talk about this, the more people can feel that there's hope, more that people will know there are people who are concerned and care about them. And thank you for all the time and effort that you're giving. Kasi you're giving away for precious time just to give this forum, this webinar. You have better things to do, but at least you're still here. You're still working on giving information to people. So thank you very much on behalf of Bounce Back as well.
Thank you.
Thank you very much as well, Jason, for your time. I know you're very busy and it's an honor to have you here. Aba, may ano pa tayo?
Sabi kasi ni Jason, gusto niya may effect eh.
Thank you, Jason. And I hope we get to meet you after this lockdown and shake your hand or rub elbows with you. Hindi na pwede shake hand or bump elbows with you after this. So, yeah, looking forward to
party.
Yeah.
Party.
Sige. Join tayo dyan.
Thank you, Jason, for the awesome session.
Sana mag-meet din tayo in real life.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Contact me anytime. Message mo lang ako sa group, sa chat group, sa Messenger.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
also to our viewers. Thank you very much. And
guys,
see you
yung
again.
yung form nasa comments na. So join na lang kayo. Bye.
Yeah, just search for Bounce Back PH sa Facebook. All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
God bless.
God bless.